Welcome to the Conococheague Institute. I'm Deanna, the Museum Operations Intern, and today I'm going to spotlight an artifact that comes directly from the site itself, a pair of concealed shoes that were found in the Negley Cabin. Now, the practice of deliberately concealing items dates back to Europe in the Middle Ages, specifically around the 14th century. The oldest garment uncovered to date comes from the early to mid 14th century and was found behind the Winchester Cathedral choir stalls in England. Concealing garments was widespread in England by the 17th century. In North America, they are mostly concentrated in New England and other northeastern states. The practice of concealing shoes would last until the 20th century. Any garment could be concealed, but by far shoes are the most common. The Northampton Museum maintains the Concealed Shoe Index, which lists about 3,000 individual shoes. The purpose of this practice was to ward off evil and the misfortune that it brings. Evil doesn't necessarily mean maleficarum, which is a type of witchcraft that is done with the intent to cause harm, but it is one form that people would have tried to ward off. According to one belief, the shoe itself may have been a way of trapping witches. An article by Eamon Kelly explains that witches would be drawn into the shoe by the scent of humans, but once they're in the shoe, they're trapped like genies in a bottle because of the belief that witches can't move in reverse. In her analysis of concealed shoes and other garments, June Swan questions, why the shoe? Well, she says, it's because shoes are the only garment we wear which retains the shape, the personality, and the essence of the wearer. It's a way of making the protection be specific to the individual who concealed the shoe, whether that protection is against witches or the more general evil and spirits. The most popular place to conceal shoes and other garments was the chimney, fireplace, or hearth. The second most common locations are under the floor or in the ceiling. Concealed garments have also been found in the roof or the attic or under the stairs. The shoes from the Negley Cabin were found in the chimney. Almost all, nearly 98% actually, of the shoes were worn before they were concealed. They're mostly made of leather and they're mostly single shoes only. You can see that CI's concealed shoes are a pair, but they are not a matching pair. These would have most likely belonged to two different individuals, such as a man and a woman or a parent and a child. Over half of all the concealed shoes found have been sized for children. The shoes that were found date most commonly to the 19th century, with shoes from the 18th century having the second largest amount. CI shoes are similar in style to shoes from the 19th century. They're most likely early 19th century, given that the Negley Cabin was built in 1806. We see a trend in date ranges for number of concealed shoes. There's often a peak around periods of war and other turmoil, when fear and the need for supernatural protection would be at a high point. The concealed shoes from the Negley Cabin will be part of an upcoming exhibit here at the Conococheague Institute. Until then, we're making an artifact spotlight video to showcase these unique shoes. CI's grounds are open every day from dawn to dusk, with programming every Saturday from 10 to 5. Thanks for watching.